baffled conversation. Got a kick out of it.
Yeah, he would have.
That's okay. We need some secrets.
Oops, there we go. All right, so we are back live once again. Now that all of our con duties have been taken care of, we are back for more. I was getting ready to say Marvel superheroes. Technically, that's what it is, but modern age heroes. So, have we decided who's taking notes and who is going to give us our recap?
Who took notes last time?
I
I have
did.
no idea.
Oh,
I
so
did.
George can give us a recap.
Yeah.
Okay. You asked for it.
Bum bum bum.
Okay, let's see.
You can edit it for brevity.
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
like.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be word for word.
Okay, good, because I write like a crazy person. Okay, so it was 3 days had passed, I guess, since the last session.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Carmen had delivered merchandise to Mr. Agodate in Moldova. Shone is out of town with her boo, and they were eating a lot of McDonald's hotcakes? Question mark. Red Arsenal is at the vein, getting used to his arm. Let's see. Lightbringer is researching and creating white papers on most recent goings on. Xenofreeze is doing research on mutated genes and radiation. There was a lot of sound effects that were put out there. Pulsar is homeless, which is a shock for a character that I'm playing. But it kind of seems like there's not any recorder activity at the moment, so yay. The spectral analysis of the metal, we discovered that it's a premium steel, but we couldn't figure out what it's made of. Then Bitter Shadow showed up, dressed as a pale, beautiful civilian in a Jessica Rabbit dress. She's put in the moves on Mark, which might be a really weird way of her getting revenge on his papa. Let's see. I wrote way too much. Yeah, I think this probably would have been faster if I just tried to go off of what I remembered. Mark was going to take the data from the metal sample of the recorders and feed it into Helios in order to see if they could scan for deposits of the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I learned that Bitter Shadow is a criminal mastermind that I had no idea. Oh yeah, we got a tour around the place by Lightbringer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your goodie bag.
Yeah, we did. I did get a goodie bag. I also learned how to hack the snack machines, which was also good. Let's see. Pulsar learned a lot more about the organization and kind of what everybody is doing. Lots of jokes about Mark marrying Bitter Shadow. Let's see. Okay, I got M&Ms. Yeah, I should not have been asked to do this. I wrote way too much. I apologize. We'll kind of just keep it moving. We learned that Pulsar is also somehow related to Electrum, which he finds weird. And in the morning, we're planning to so the satellite scanned the region to see if there was a big massing of the ore, and we discovered that it's in Diamond Mountain at the Colorado-Utah border. There is a big deposit of it, and we're going to the next day try to go and investigate and deal with that. But for the evening, there is a holiday party being planned, and a bunch of people are quote unquote invited. Although that sent a lot of people's eyes looking around like, "Are you sure?" And let's see, we're going to meet at an abandoned amusement park, and then get sent to a space station. And drama is sure to ensue. Okay,
Dun dun.
those my very awful notes. I apologize.
They're not
I thought
awful.
they were good.
Yeah, they're awesome.
It's okay. I can take it.
But can you take a compliment?
Oh no,
Yeah, right. Exactly. Of course not.
no, those are way harder to stomach.
Okay, so that is our recap. We're actually still in the same day where we left off from last game. And before we continue, we have some XP, or well, karma at this point to roll. And
right.
Davey picked a terrible time to step away from the computer because he needs to roll for his karma. Good job. So why doesn't somebody begin by rolling our monthly karma for everybody?
I can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Would you like for me to roll my birthday karma?
No.
Okay.
Dang. Shut down.
Touch
All right, I
down.
tried.
On paper, on bread.
All right, rolled a 5.
Okay.
So let's see here. That's going to mean.
Is it just a D10? Is it D10 plus 1 or?
It's just a D10, and
Okay.
then it's multiplied by 50, and then times 6 for everybody in the group.
Yeah. There we go.
So what am I rolling for birthday? Is it a D10?
D10.
D10
Plus-
plus 20.
I was going to say 100. I thought. Oh, whoops. It's supposed to know what I'm trying to do.
Is it like /R? Or something?
9.
Nice.
9.
And that's times a million, right?
Yes.
1 billion.
Billion.
So that's 9 times 5 times 6, or times 50 times 6.
That gives us 2,700 there. So the first one was 1,500. The next one was 2,700.
And then we're just waiting for Davey to finally get back.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Come on, Davey.
So while we're waiting on this, I've been watching, and they're really cute. They're these Vietnamese girls. They have a YouTube channel called Movie Munchies, and they do first reacts to movies that they haven't seen. And so they're going through like a bunch of like 80s and 90s movies and whatnot that were like really big in America. And what was it? It was they watched some movie here recently, and I want to say it was maybe it was Rambo or something like that. It had to do with Vietnam. And somebody ended up cracking a joke about eating dog. And whatnot, and they're like, no, we don't eat dog. And then one girl, pauses, she goes, anymore.
Oh my god.
And it just, they are so cute. So if you get a chance, check them out. They're hilarious. They're funny. They're super touching because they have all the reacts when like something is going wrong with one of the characters, or they get super into it, like they start rooting really hard against the bad guys, like, just like at one point, somebody, I forget the movie. I want to say it was Full Metal Jacket, and they just started right off just like, oh, he's gonna go to hell, like just just like that into it. So it's great. If you get the chance, check them out. They're super cute. They're funny. Anyway, so Davey, now that I'm done stalling,
Yes, thank you for the
go
stall.
roll your karma before I take it
Six.
away.
You
Is
did.
it 1d10 plus 1 million?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good try, but
All right.
Wow.
I got a 6.
Times 1 million.
Oh, times 1 million. That was
so 6 times 50 times 6 again.
Yep. So that's 1,800 there, right? So 1,500, 2,700, and 1,800. We've got so that totals out to 6,000.
Woo!
We'll add that to what we've got. So now for banked karma, we've got 8,395.
We are rolling in karma. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Woo, woo.
So I don't know who is up on
think
the
George.
list.
Oh no, I was last month, but I didn't spend anything.
Oh,
But
you don't want to
still
buy
have-
anything?
It's not by the month. It's,
Yeah, exactly. So like you
It's just-
can like now that we have that karma here, you can do what we were like talking about the other day.
Oh wait, I thought
increasing your thing.
I thought everybody I thought every month it would go to a different person. Is that not how it works?
No, it's just cycle. It just goes consecutively. So theoretically, like if you spent yours to right, like I mean, it might not apply yet in game tonight, but if you spent yours right now and I was next and I already had something that I wanted to buy and we had enough karma to cover for it, I could spend mine now and then it goes to Brittany or something
Yep.
like that. So it could be like doot, 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 provided we have the karma for
This
it. Or
XP in this XP/Karma works a little bit differently because Marvel promotes team the game itself promotes team play, and you can pool your points because it tends to be really, 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 really expensive to do it solo.
Yeah.
And so that's why everybody's pooling up into one pool and everybody's taking turns to level stuff up.
And so you can actually sit on it for, I mean, theoretically a month or two, but I mean, you'd want to communicate that and say, hey, I'm trying to get, you know, if we have 5,000 or 6,000, whatever you said we had right now, like if you needed 8,000 to get the stat that you've specifically said, hey, I want to bump this up. And there's a, you know, more or less at a point like that, it'd be like collectively saying, oh yeah, we agree that that's a good one for you to bump up. Then we would all just be sitting here waiting for us to get that pool.
Points.
And then you'd spend that and then it would go to
Yeah,
the next person.
That's totally fine.
Okay. All right. I thought that it was like I had the month to
No.
do. Okay.
Yeah, no.
But what was it? How many could you spend? I forgot what the
If
amount was.
if you're just going to increase one thing, there's no real limit to it.
Right.
If you're going to be increasing multiple things like shoring up weaker stats or whatever, then the maximum is no more than 5,000 karma doing
that's
that.
right. So you could spend upwards of 5,000 karma to bump up multiple stats if you can.
Or get extra talents or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that.
If you don't want to do it right now, you're fine. You can communicate that in the chat later on.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's take care of it after the
Cool.
game.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so at this point, the only time jump we have is a time jump to where everybody is going to Quantum Unlimited. So the folks have been picked up at the, I was getting ready to say trailer park, the abandoned amusement park.
It's called the Americana.
That would be an interesting game, actually.
It's called the DoubleTree.
A superhero trailer park.
Yo,
where all
let's
the
go.
superheroes or the retired folks who can't really afford, really good. They all just kind of wander over there,
Right.
So
On the Hillbilly Superheroes.
basically, yeah.
Yes.
My code name will be Justin Reynolds, and I am proficient in everything.
Yes, trained by the FBI.
They call me the Jug.
This is an inside joke of an old friend of ours that
Has a problem telling the truth.
yeah.
That's a polite way of putting it. But anyways, so everybody who was showing up at the abandoned amusement park has now been taken over to Quantum Unlimited. Now, some liberties have been taken because it was kind of left up into the air as to what this party was going to look like. So there is so 2 monitors have been brought in, kind of big TVs. Now keep in mind this is the 90s. Okay, so it's the big box projector type televisions that are like 75 inches, but weigh 1 million pounds.
Mm-hmm. Used to have one of those.
Yeah. So they've got like 2 of those set up. There is a DJ booth with nobody in it. There is a what appears to be a e-machine computer sitting on the table that's there. Noteworthy because the sticker says it will never be it will never be out of date. Or obsolete. That's what it was. It'll never be obsolete. And if anybody remembers in the 90s, those big, computer monitors and whatnot, the big bulky things. Right. So it's got one sitting there as well. It's got a keyboard and a mouse. And there's a chair. Obviously, nobody is in it. Then there's a projector that's set up. Actually, it's overhead in the room you guys have liberated at this point and marked, clearly marked off private party sort of thing. So any employees working late are not going to wander into there. And so the projector is posting up on the wall, kind of giving it, it's being utilized kind of like a bigger screen. There is a disco ball that has been attached on the inside here, which of course is, twinkling the lights down around. There are 2 scaffolds of lights that have been set up in here. It's nothing super fancy. It's got like it's got a red, a yellow, and a blue, light, and it occasionally just kind of moves back and forth and whatever have you. It's kind of animatronic, but not really programmable. It just kind of, sways back and forth occasionally. There is a little bit of a fog machine in here. So you will have that going. It's not obscene, but it is programmed on a motion sensor. So if anybody is walking near the front door to come in or out, it kicks out some smoke for a designated time frame to give it a little bit of ambiance. There are 2 people in here who are in the process of, and they are what appear to be the caterers. They have like the punch bowl taken care of. They have like a bunch of assorted snacks for anybody who is interested in perhaps snacking. They've got the nice Dixie plates that have got that 2-toned spray looking blue slash marks on it that was super 90s that even Taco Bell decided was a good design around that time frame.
Really fancy.
Bear no expense.
Yes. And on the projector, through the projector, I should say, on the wall is Helios's face.
Nice.
Is he dancing?
No, it's just his projected face, up on the wall, and he's just simulating looking around occasionally.
Wait, so George has a question. Are we in the office building or are we in the space station right now?
No space station, because there's no space station.
Okay, sorry. For some reason I thought you guys had a space station and that's where this was going to be at.
Nope.
Okay. All right, good. I was like, wait, hold on. Why is it like this? Also, why do you have catering in your space station? Okay. All right.
Does Helios look like Matt Frewer?
No. Helios looks like a very generic smiley face.
And so I'm assuming by your quick response, you know who I'm referring to.
I 100% know who you're referring to.
I know who you're referring
My name
to.
is Helios.
This is Max Headroom.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. He's a very generic looking smiley face. Of course, everybody is starting to come in, slowly, wandering. Well, I shouldn't say wandering, and you guys have teleported in at this point. So, keep in mind their catering is here to ensure that you've got the food and drinks here. So it may not be a good idea just to rip your masks off and say hello, secret identity.
Right.
Have I been able to manipulate the nanites to where I don't look so boxy?
I mean, you can still have a smooth look to you, but it's still going to look, fake.
Fake.
So you can look like a sleek-looking silver mannequin, but you're still going to look like a walking, talking mannequin.
Right. But I can look human-ish,
Sure.
but it's not. So obviously I have something going on about me then. But it just wouldn't be blatantly obvious that, hey, it's Ixion.
Right,
Or
exactly. If anything, it's like, oh, he's one of those deviant people. You can tell because of the silver skin.
Right.
Yeah, so you at least have plausible deniability going for you.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to do it as like a flesh tone, and look human-ish.
Just tell me it's a facelift gone bad.
Yeah.
So all of you are obviously there. Megalith is there, Bitter Shadow, as well as Sledgehammer, and as everybody finally arrives, you end up seeing the Helios's animated face appear on the wall, from the projector, and he. What ends up happening is he says, "Welcome, everyone, to the year-end party for 1994. I have curated a playlist, and I will begin to play them for you now. Enjoy."
This should be interesting.
And then all of a sudden you see that the happy face now has a hat that looks like it's pulled backwards. And he has hands, but they're not attached to anything.
Right.
That appear up there, and all of a sudden you end up hearing Crisscross come out there with jump, and so the face and the hands start doing this.
Nice.
Awesome.
Did you program that, Mark?
Well, I programmed him to be friendly. He's clearly been learning, which is excellent.
Clearly.
And then in the corner of the two that's the other thing I missed. The other two monitors, which are TVs, they actually have that. I forget what it's actually called, but it's that music visualization that you would that if you ever had a PlayStation 1 and dropped a CD in, it looked like that.
Isn't that just called the visualizer or something?
I think so. I don't remember the actual name of it,
I
but
can't remember now.
It had different graphics too that it would like do.
But I actually found it for
Yeah.
you. So if you want to click the video clip real quick in the Facebook superhero chat.
Oh, gotcha.
But that's what it looks like right now, and so it is a dance mix. So get out and jump.
Seizure warning.
All right.
Yeah. So okay. So Mark's gonna go ahead and offer his hand to Bitter Shadow to take her out onto the dance floor, and he's gonna attempt to dance with her.
Oh boy. the first socialization that Mark has really had that has not been business related,
Right.
or at least business conversation related. Okay. So why don't you give me a reason check,
Okay.
-2 column shifts
Ooh.
to see if you can figure this out.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. Bring that back up. Reason. Amazing. So then, so it's remarkable. Green feet.
Okay.
Wow.
So you walk with her out there and you start kind of, doing your thing and trying it. You're a little awkward at first because you're doing it more in relation to what you remember seeing haphazardly when you happen to watch MTV at one point. So it looks more
Right.
like your typical white boy dance. You're like, oh no, I can do this. I'm good.
Yeah.
But at least it's within timing. Bitter Shadow is kinds of laughs at this point and and kind of straightens you out a little bit, like as you're moving, so it looks a little bit more, lifelike and to the beat sort of thing.
Does he have the white guy's overbite? This one was like,
Yeah. The women.
No, facially, he probably doesn't have that down just yet. He's just
Okay.
going through the dance motions, trying to mimic what he's seen the real boys do.
Right.
Don't all of our guests here tonight know who I am?
Yes.
No.
Sledge doesn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
I don't know who you are. I haven't met you yet.
Right.
That too.
Oh.
The caterers don't know.
Oh, that's true.
And the caterers don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and realizing that there's people here that he doesn't know, Pulsar's just got his head thing going. Minimal fire.
Okay.
He's
Got your
just
helmet
mono
on?
eye. Yeah, just
Okay.
because he doesn't have any other way of hiding his face.
Sure. Okay.
What did we end up getting for catering?
Oh, good question.
It's an
Subway.
assorted smorgasbord kind of a feel, but as far as the like an actual meal, it's you ended up getting blimpies.
Let's go. Come
What's up?
on.
Sorry. Okay.
What is
I don't
Blimpies sell?
eat.
I don't think I've had Blimpies.
Carmen
mean-
and Shone are wearing the latest Paris outfits that are forecasted to be in trend for 1995.
Gotcha. So Parisian outfits. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I put mine in the chat.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's a sleek gown.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yes. Very Princess D.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I have a black one that's really kind of Princess D as well.
So I don't know what everybody is doing per se. Sledge is out there dancing with Lightbringer. Hyperion out there dancing with Bitter Shadow.
Shone is definitely
dancing.
dancing.
Shone is dancing with Megalith. Who Megalith does not appear to be much of a dancer. So he'll just kind of do the jump thing, every so often, and get going with his hands.
He's been watching MTV in his apartment too.
Yeah, because
Trying to-
they didn't have MTV where he was from, so he's
Take in Earth culture.
There you go.
getting caught up with this Earth culture. Has been a bit of a drag. Red Arsenal.
Red Arsenal is going to be watching his sisters, and brother while they canoodle with their significant others,
Okay.
making sure there's no shenanigans, nannery afoot.
Okay.
Are you
I
the
had no idea
chaperone?
we had a
I was gonna say, yeah, we
Yeah.
got chaperone.
I am the ninja chaperone, so like you'll never see me, but I'm always watching.
Hands above
Great.
the hips.
Yep. Every so often, a little.
So from that song, it ends up switching it up to "Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to warm it up, Chris. That's what I was born to do. Warm it up, Chris." And so it's another Crisscross song.
Yeah.
So it's just more dancing, sort of thing. If you can jump, then you're good. Kind of go into the into the steps or whatnot. So has Hyperion altered his look now?
So his look is pretty much the same as what it was before, because I don't think we've had the chance to like change any of our like uniforms or anything like that. So that's what's going on there. But he does not have his like hologram up, so it's just him in his android self.
Okay. So you are all kind of doing your thing then, and from Red Arsenal, from behind you, you end up hearing, "What in the holy hell am I seeing?"
He will turn around. Miss McCall.
Yep, it's Ms. McCall. and she's just kind of standing there a guffaw, like at one point, like the company that they're keeping, at the second point, like, why this music? Sort of thing,
He'll like turn to her and say, they wanted to do a New Year's Eve party. Lightbringer is going out with Sledge. Carmen's going out, or Shion's going out with Meathead?
Meathead.
And
I dare you to say that to his face.
And Bitter Shadow and Hyperion are a thing. So you gotta help me watch for any shenanigans.
Oh, are we in our super personas?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then I'm silver.
Okay.
Yeah. Strike the last eight. I thought we were other. We're just,
Well, you've got people here that don't know your secret identities.
but they know who we are in conjunction to Quantum Unlimited.
No, they don't know who. This is catering.
Oh,
So for all they know, you guys are just using this space for a party.
a bunch of
I mean,
superheroes are throwing a raid.
Technically, we just teleported into this room, so
Yeah.
a lot of them don't know
okay.
it's quantum.
Then it doesn't make any difference if as long as we don't switch back and forth, we're okay.
Right.
All right. Then I'm silver.
Okay. Yeah. So so Meredith is looking around. She says, "No, I got the first part. I received a notification from Helios. Why is a criminal here?"
She was apparently instrumental in helping them escape the Russian secret prison.
Oh, I was there, but okay.
Yeah, she
mean,
was instrumental.
They're all technically adults. Okay.
Yep.
And,
And,
she looks to Pulsar.
That's a new
kind-
guy over there at Pulsar. Apparently he is related. So
I heard something about that.
Pulsar is currently at the catering booth trying to see if he can like have the helmet thing come down so he can try to eat.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it can?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, basically it just simulates a plate that kind of comes down, enough that you can,
Okay.
breathe if necessary. I mean, not that you need it for that, but if you need to keep the illusion that you can pull that, you can do that. It's
Okay.
completely, cosmetic.
Okay. I was actually kind of hoping that he would just be kind of like trying to jam it
just
into the
shove
face.
it.
Yeah, there's just like
Come
stuff
on.
falling down. He just like kind of puts it down sadly and just takes a seat. But yeah,
Sad
no,
robot sounds.
Yeah. Aw. But yeah, no,
And-
he'll be chowing down on because he doesn't know any of these people and he doesn't
Okay.
really want to dance.
and he'll point over to Ixion, and Ixion's got a new body. So he's pretty
I was aware that something like that had happened.
So why did Helios call you?
System redundancy.
Okay. All right.
She says, "Oh, you probably don't know, but I'm the one that gave them that place." So
That would make sense. That tracks. I get you. Okay. Keep an eye out.
She's
Let
our
me know if
mom.
anything-
Why am
Yeah.
I keeping an eye out?
You're helping me out. There's no shenanigans. Especially watch out for Bitter Shadow. She does shadow stuff, so she could be doing shadow things.
She says, okay, I'm a headmaster of a school. I have to do that like every week. There's no way I'm coming here and doing that with grown adults.
Just ask her to dance.
All right.
Dance with mom.
Yeah. Do you want to meet anyone?
She says, I'll make my way around.
Okay.
I'm in due time.
All right. I'll be here in the shadows if you need me. He'll like recede into the shadows.
Kind of like Homer Simpson in the bush.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I'm sitting in front of this. I'm sitting in front of the speaker. Is there a reasonable amount of bass?
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you like vibrating?
Yes.
Nice.
I specifically limit. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to put it to the point where I'm like heavy bass hit and I'm like, you know. But
He's just
but-
vibing.
Yeah.
I can allow
Literally,
myself to literally feel it a little bit more because it would remind me of
Your liquidity.
communication with my
Yeah.
fellow.
Sure.
swans.
That works.
He's reading the subtext of the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you realize
Subliminal
how
messaging.
explicit this song is? And you're like, this is a love song.
Yep.
So
Yep,
many
and
of
This
it-
is
these songs were
Christian
like
rock. Oh, you don't even
And
wanna
then
know
at that point, as you just as you like step up to it, the song starts to change, and it's all thump, 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 thump. Na 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 na. Dum 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 dum.
I thought it was Cypress Hill.
Here comes a hot step, word I'm up on. And it turns into Here Comes a Hot Stepper by Inakamosi.
We got to get some.
Yes,
Informer
I
in.
went through today and made a time appropriate playlist that he
Oh,
has
my.
access to.
It's awesome.
Is the Macarena too
Nice.
early?
Informer. Because that was. Well, actually, that was in '93. So yeah.
At the end of the song, Carmen's today. Helios, play a slow song.
Oh, ooh, yes.
Yeah,
Play a
so
slow song.
At that point, Helios, there's a little ticker that comes up, for like requests, and it just puts it says it types out Lightbringer, and it just says there's a spot that would have been like something specific that just says slow song. So
Okay.
okay, well there's that.
Binoculars on
and-
Lightbringer.
Binocs on Lightbringer. Okay.
He's walking up and he's like,
You can't
Let's-
see Sean
let's
past
let's
Megalith.
have dictionary distance between you two.
He pulls out a measuring tape.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my.
And so so the smoke starts to kick off as somebody comes walking to the front door. Well, to the office, the meeting room that you guys are in.
So take a look to see who it is who's approaching.
It's Wraith.
Oh.
Oh. Who invited this guy?
Oh, Sledge just kind of like does like one of these numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
He says,
guess that's fine.
"Sorry, I it's
He
cool,
heard
right?
it.
I mean, you know him.
he heard about it, and I mean, we don't want him to feel left out.
It's word of mouth. Well, guy's apparently got more money than he knows what to do with, and he could probably afford several parties all at once. But I figured since it was a thing going on, it might look weird if I had something going on and he didn't, so whatever. Again,
Yeah.
apologies if
I'm
I
fine
shouldn't
with
have.
it.
Okay. So but he's in costume, obviously. He comes, walking and looking around. He's like, oh, kind of vibing a little bit, with the music,
Nice. Okay.
What kind of drinks do they have? What am I drinking with my sandwich?
Well, they have fruit punch.
Then they Capri Sun.
They have waters, obviously, that are there. You have some orange juice.
Has it been spiked? Is that what the weights are?
Yes.
Yeah. That's,
It's basically both of them have been spiked with some vodka.
Oh my!
Okay.
okay.
Watch for shenanigans at
So-
the punch bowl.
So it's got a little flavor, a little bit of spice.
Yeah, I think we'll probably just stick with water.
Yeah. So he comes walking in, and then at this point you end up seeing, they come walking to the front door. It's actually, need to get my notes. Hold on one second. Now I got Inna Kamozi's Hot Stepper stuck on my head. Of all the songs I grabbed,
You did this.
I did do this. Wait till I do it again.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted.
This is the Ghostbusters. Choose the form of your destroyer.
Oh no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh no! What did you do, Ray?
Yeah.
I thought of the Macarena.
Yeah.
That's probably too late.
So,
Three guys in sombreros come walking up.
so you end up seeing 3 more people come walking through in costume, and it's 3 members of the Southwest All Stars.
Oh, nice.
So it is Constant Connie, it is Miracle Maiden, and Dr. Dynamo.
Oh, hey. People I know.
Yeah, you know all 3 of them.
Yeah. And the Macarena came out in 1993.
Good to know. Yep.
Is Dr. Dynamo male or female?
Dr. Dynamo is male.
Okay.
He looks like for visual reference, because I don't have him actually, I don't have a reference image for him just yet. Dr. Dynamo right now looks very similar to Tom Strong, if you want to Google him. Character done by Art Adams. So kind of beefy looking, but clean cut, face and short hair. Of course, everybody's in costume, so he's still got like his big Van Brances on and whatnot. And he approaches Pulsar at that point, and he says, "Oh, hello. I wasn't aware that you would be here. I guess you know the group here too."
It's a new thing. I don't really know what even to say about it, but I was getting some help on the recorder thing, and I got an invite to this party, and now there's people I know here longer than 10 minutes. So it's great to see you again.
He says, likewise, 10 minutes, really? Okay.
Yeah.
He says, well, obviously I'm not going to take up your time with any business or whatnot. But he extends his hand to shake your hand. Red Arsenal.
Yes.
Constant Connie comes up and asks you to dance.
Hi, I can't dance. I'm watching you know what? Let's dance. Let's dance.
Okay, so she takes you
yeah.
out on the dance floor to go dance.
Yeah, I'll go dance,
If
but I am
she's-
keeping eyes on
If she
all.
gets handsy with him, I'm gonna laugh so
He's
hard.
all overbite, and he's looking off the side.
Right.
Actually, Red Arsenal, you don't have a dance talent.
No.
So physically speaking, you're not going to have a problem with it. Why don't you give me a reason check just to see if you can do it? Same thing, 2 column shift down.
So if my reason is a typical.
Oh boy!
Wait a minute. I bought stuff. No, I did not buy stuff. Okay. Reasoning is a typical. That goes down to a feeble.
Yes.
You know what? Let me get the spreadsheet open. Hold on.
Yep, it's good. That's if you have a typical 2 down feeble, so
Yeah.
that's FE2.
Yep.
Thank you.
So the roller should be I think FE.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
/ roll FE.
Should be
yeah.
FB actually.
Oh,
Aha.
Phoebe. Gotcha.
Roll. Is it together or is it separate? Oh, it's
Together.
together.
All together, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
White
white
feet.
feet. Yep. So you are doing the broken white boy dance.
Nice.
Again, physically speaking, you would have no problem with it. Your agility is good to go.
Uh-huh.
But this is not something you've really had the opportunity to do, being that you grew up an orphan.
Yeah.
You have the white guy. You have the white guy's underbite.
Yeah.
Nobody invites orphans to those dances.
Yeah. But he's also like his
Apparently
attention
distracted.
is on all 3 of them. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Jerome, is there a place for people to get their photos taken? Because this is really starting to feel like a school dance. Like,
I will,
Sure.
If you mention something, I have the perfect idea, which would actually work because I'm walking over at this point, and I'm like, I need to do something to be somewhat participatory because this is not me, but I'm going to be celebratory to some degree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fashion something into an ice sculpture to where my plan is upon countdown of midnight, because I understand that this is what humans do on Earth. It's 1994 right now, flipping over to 95, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So right now I do a probably roughly 6 foot tall by 4 foot wide ish, somewhere in that range, plus or minus a little bit, ice sculpture that says 1994. And when the countdown starts, the outer shell is going to melt down and it's going to say 95, or it's going to build up. I haven't decided.
Oh, that's
yet.
cool.
Okay, sure. So at that point, so you are in the process. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but you're spraying it down and creating ambient ice, just a big, nice looking 1994 that's about to be shattered when the clock strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So
But nobody knows.
for the first slow dance song, Boys to Men, End of the Road starts.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
I don't think I've heard that one.
I've danced many times to that one. We could see the age range difference in our group here. There's a few of us that recognize some of these songs.
Yeah, most definitely.
I was born in '86. These are songs my parents would never let me listen to.
So again, all that going on while you are doing that, or just as you get done, Xenofreeze, Constant Connie comes up to you and says, "Would you like to dance?" Keep in mind her power is duplicate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, is
Nice.
she 2 timing?
Oh,
Yes.
so one of her is
Yep.
coming up.
A
to me.
copy of her comes up and says, "Hey, would you like to dance? You're silver. I'm 2-tone purple." In
I
her
would
costume,
not-
anyways.
I would not be against it. However, I am significantly unskilled.
She says, "Well, you're in luck. They're playing a slow song, and that's hard to mess up."
Duly noted. I'll go out and join her.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and give me a reason check then as well? 2 column shift down.
Wait. Reason?
Yes.
Oh, I actually have that. So. Pawn 2, I'd be rolling a good. So. White.
All right. So you get out there in the dance floor and immediately step on her foot. Just,
Oh.
and she says,
I weigh
"Well,"
420 pounds.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Well,
Yeah,
she's dead.
so
I'm
she's
dead.
so she's like, well, okay, maybe you still could. We'll work on that. She says,
Perhaps I should prevent lifting up my feet.
she says, I'll tell you what, and she just steps on top of your feet.
Hey. There we go.
And
I'll
so,
flatten them out a little bit so it's a little bit more comfortable for her to stand on.
so you're all,
Just
Okay.
a little bit.
so
Now
the-
he has flat feet too.
Yep. He's a flatfoot.
It's flippers.
Yeah.
Beat it, it's the cops.
I wonder if that imparts to the other one who's dancing with Red Arsenal. Like, does her foot also get flattened?
No,
Okay, so then we know which one's the original.
no, her foot isn't getting flattened. It's Xenofreeze who's flattening his foot.
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. Because like, if like I'm
He weighs
wondering
that
if like, yeah, well, no, because like if she can like copy herself, I'm wondering like if he steps on the foot of the original, do the copies also get their foots like flattened?
Oh, I see. The Tomac Xamot sort of thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question. No, this is more like Maddox the Multiple Man from X-Men.
Ooh.
Okay.
They're just multiple copies. So at that point, so you are, everybody's dancing and well, relatively, anyways, having a good time, and so Helios decides, given the fact that there are more people out there dancing, he should probably play another slow song. And he turned, he puts a bunch of gibberish up as a text. It doesn't really make any sense. And he says, I found this on the available database that we were provided by Collapsing Star. This is now a song from Xenofreeze's homeworld. And you just hear coming from the speakers.
Is it like a whale song? Like,
Basically, yeah. Now to Xenofreeze, this is like one of the most popular love sound vibrations that his kind would slow float to. Everybody else is like, what the heck was that?
it's like the Barry White of Xenofreeze's people. Like a slow jam.
So I'm going to try something. Would you like to experience this a little bit more closer to how I hear it?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
you're saying
asked-
it's to Constant Connie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And she says, why don't you give me a popularity roll?
This is such a weird session.
So how would I roll a 38 then?
So
That's
it would be as a 40.
It would be as a 40, so incredible. Okay.
I believe
It's
it would
green.
be. That's where it should fall on the chart, anyways.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, green. She says, sure.
Okay. So then I say, allow me, and I cover her ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just ever so slightly like extend my fingertip into her ear so that way it blocks off her ear canal, so that way no sound or so no like air vibrations are going to come through, and I once again allow myself to vibe and kind of put myself up next to her.
Dude, is this your first date? Like,
Yeah, no, this is just something me trying to show her exactly what I'm feeling,
Yeah.
Okay.
and just allow the sound waves for her to feel the sound waves, not hear them.
Sure. Okay. So she's got kind of that look now, like that guy who is from the Memorex commercial, who was sitting in the chair and is getting kind of blown back, by the high fidelity of the sound. So she's got kind of that look, like just like, whoa, that is trippy. Of course, at this point, even Meredith is like, Helios, stop. This doesn't make sense for the biologicals of this planet. And so he has a look of surprise, like, oh, sort of thing. And he says,
The precursor of the surprised emoji.
he says, apologies. He says, I will play the next song. And she says, just why don't you just something with a beat? And he says,
Oh no.
random mix. And so you see a bunch of titles like fly up there, and it comes up, and you hear this. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's just so round and out there. And so Meredith is like, I give up. I give up. Yep. Which that has a lot of bass.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it going to kill her if his thumbs are still in Connie's ear?
Yeah, so I mean, at that point, she pulls her hands out. She's like, "Whoa, that was different. Wow, okay." And of course, those of you who failed the dance check can attempt to roll again, if you would like to adjust to the new song.
Well, let's adjust.
Big butts, I cannot lie. You others can't deny.
Was twerking a thing back in the 90s? Like, is
No.
that a
No.
acceptable-
Not
no?
exactly.
Yeah.
No. Wait, no.
Ooh, I just
Let's
came up because
go.
I'm in the zone because they just played my music. I just got a yellow feet.
All right. So now at this point, you're able to get into it more.
Yeah.
So you've got your groove going on at this point. You're good. Red Arsenal is looking like he is acrobatic as all get out, but just not to the right timing. He's just like kind of a fish out of water, like woohoo! And it's like completely mistimed, and Constantini's just like,
I wish Ixion actually knew the lyrics to this song because I could be like posing it like I like them round and big, and I could be like whoop, and watch my butt go bubble by.
The Nutty Professor.
Wow.
All of a sudden, the silver mannequin's got badonkadonk.
Nice.
Also, I was just eating a sandwich, just watching all this stuff.
Are there any
As I
dark
said,
corners?
I wish
in
I
the
knew
room?
because that would be happening, but I don't, so it's not.
Right.
I'll be right back.
okay. And Wraith at this point decides to take Miracle Maiden out there to go dance with her.
Are there any dark corners in the room?
Presumably yes, because there has to be, for the lighting and whatnot. So yes.
Karma's gonna sneak off with Sledge to a dark corner.
Oh yeah, it's my
Okay.
time. It's my time.
I don't know, man.
You're busy. I don't
No,
know what you're-
there's a reason why those feet are white.
You also missed when Xenofreeze put his thumbs in a girl's ear. Like,
No, that's cool. He's
That's cool.
No, that's cool.
he's married. He's married. He's
It just
fine.
looked like I was holding her face.
Or mating.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know what that looks like with you.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing to her ears? So Red Arsenal, go ahead and roll your
Out of
intuition.
character. We're married now.
I know, yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
EX20. Watch this come up a red. Oh no, Constant Connie, why are you in my way? No, failure.
He's
Okay.
like trying to step away, and she's like stepping in front.
Yeah. I was like, well,
Yeah.
oh, where is it?
Nice.
Failure.
Oh, you got the failure.
So
It's like Night at the Roxbury. He's like trying to move, and she's like,
Right.
So, anyways, that's what you're doing. You sneak off with Sledge at this point to a dark corner, and he's just like, "Are we about to do what I think we're about to do? Because unless there's like something private you need the shadows to talk to me about."
Oh, I just thought, it might be nice to have a few minutes alone.
And then you put your lips like this.
I mean, or we could go get some punch.
So he throws an arm over her shoulder and he says, "Nah, punch can wait." And he says, "So are you seeing anybody?"
Well, I mean, there's this one guy. You might know him. I don't know. He's pretty cool.
You're with Wraith too? Man. Good grief, that guy is just a hit with the ladies. I can't win for losing.
Well, I mean, he's not in this dark corner with us, so
So
You just
he takes a moment with his other hand
forget
and
about that.
reaches around real quick, and he's like, "Okay, just thought I'd check." He's kind of a ninja like that. He doesn't have your illusion powers, but
Why are we talking about Wraith right now?
yeah, you know what? Let him hang out in the dance floor. We're in a semi-secluded corner.
Rage, unmitigated rage.
So the couple does what couples do in a dark corner, and there's a little bit of smooching going on.
Hyperion will he'll make his way over to like the computer because I assume that he can like type in like a request and it'll pop up
Sure.
on the thing.
Mhm.
So he'll like put in like a pause after like the next couple of songs. Like he'll say like announcement by Hyperion.
Okay. Yeah, it's also the bridge that Helios is using to basically be the DJ.
Cool.
So, yeah, sure, no problem. And you can see that he's got a couple more songs lined up. So that was what did we switch? So what did I say the last song was?
Like Big Butts, They Cannot Lie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot. So the next song coming up is "I Saw the Sign" by Ace of Base.
Let's
nice.
go.
Hey, one I know.
I like that song.
Yeah, I still have that on my iPod.
But followed
That
up.
was the first album I ever bought.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Followed up by Salt and Pepper, Shoop.
Wow.
Shoop, shoop-a-doo, 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 ba-doo,
Mine's
ba-doo.
grade school.
This is taking me back. Wow. Holy moly.
So, okay, so you get that, input. So by the time you notice now at this point, Red Arsenal, Lightbringer is nowhere to be found.
Oh, he'll dance with Constant Connie over to where Miss McCall is at, and he'll like motion over. Agent McCall, what's the status on Lightbringer?
And so she's like looking around. She's, I'm okay. I'm not an agent.
For tonight, you are.
And okay, no. And she says, "I don't know. I think she walked off with Sledgehammer."
And he'll smile at Constant Connie while
Dramatic.
dancing.
No.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm sorry, should I leave you to something? Because you seem super distracted.
Who said that? McCall
Constant
or-
Connie.
Let's keep dancing. Yeah.
Way to commit.
So as we're like going around and round, he's gonna be like looking for Lightbringer.
Okay, go ahead and roll your intuition again.
So now we know which one's the youngest sibling.
I think so. Actually, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, my older siblings are having a good time. I must spoil it. That's exclamation point. Yeah.
Yep.
Why you know work?
Oh, that should have worked.
Ah, finally.
Green.
Green.
Okay, so eventually you see in one of the dark corners off to the side, you see Sledge.
Okay. He's gonna pull out his bow.
Oh, it's one of those dances.
Yeah. He's not gonna fire at him, but just enough to like disturb whatever is happening.
So define how you're going to disturb whatever is happening.
The arrow's gonna fly so close to him. It's gonna be like and
Does it,
shock
does it
Oh,
explode?
thank you
and-
again for the raid.
him. Raid!
So
Yay!
Rolling Nomads rated us again with 8 viewers. Thank you.
Welcome to our dance party.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
superhero dance party
Superhero
with,
dance party.
with some of the finest 90s songs,
Yeah, it's homecoming.
Yeah.
kind of. So Red Arsenal,
Yes.
define what you're doing again.
He's gonna fire his arrow and it's gonna fly so close to Sledgehammer he's gonna be surprised and stop doing whatever it is that he's doing in the shadows
Okay.
with my sister.
Roll your agility.
Hmm.
You're up 1 column shift for, I think, archery, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if my agility isn't incredible,
That puts it at an amazing 50.
amazing. AM, right?
AM,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, let's go!
Red feet.
Red
Wow.
feet. Look at that.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay, so he lines up. Oh, yep. Hang on a second. I've got a sound for that. Oops. There we go.
Oh no.
Perfect.
So, okay, so basically the way this is happening, Sledge has Lightbringer backed up into the corner,
Oh no.
and because he's obviously taller, he is kind of leaning over and being affectionate and kissing. It's nothing like, super obscene or whatnot. But Lightbringer, as you're standing there, you feel a whisk of air, and then your hair like pinned to the wall by an arrow. It's like flank.
It's Cupid.
Whoa.
He missed.
That's such a, you need, like, need to
Derek's
do
going
some
to-
sort of
Derek's going to,
illusion
like-
and put him in a diaper and little wings.
I was just trying to think like what kind of illusion could I do in this situation?
Oh no.
Can I tell where it came
You
from?
could absolutely make it look like it struck your head.
Cool.
Oh,
That
God.
would be cruel. That would be cruel.
He
Happy
is
He would
Harsh-
deserve it.
he is harshing your buzz.
You get harsh my buzz.
Oh God. Is Pauly Shore a superhero in this universe?
Gonna
Oh, no.
get a little grindage and we ease the juice.
Buddy.
I miss him.
He's
Okay.
still around.
Okay. I mean, I can tell that it was Red Arsenal, right?
Oh yeah, he's looking directly.
There
And
are
he's like,
there are no other archers there, so yes.
Right.
and
Can
when
I
you like,
can I tell like what's on his why he's doing this?
He
He
he's
just
got
looks very stern.
he's basically got that look of like the chicken with the talons going bok gawk. sort
Yes.
of thing.
Cock.
Okay, I'm gonna throw an illusion over him that that's like a red stop sign and it says "Fun Police." And it's like neon flashing.
Okay, go ahead and roll your psyche.
Okay.
Nice.
Watch this.
Let it be a
red beat.
red.
Yeah, it's gonna be a red.
Oh,
Oh,
it's white. Dang it.
Oh.
Okay. Dang it.
So you try and focus, but like a light catches you like right in the eye or something, and it doesn't go off quite the way you want it to or whatnot. So unfortunately, no. And so like Sledge, sees that finally sees that your hair is pinned back by an arrow, and he kind of pulls it out and he says, should I be worried? And he kind of looks at it and he says, well, no, I that's not going to hurt me at all. But,
okay, so she's gonna take it from his hand and look at Red Arsenal and like snap it over her knee.
okay.
Or she's gonna try.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You just snap.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if they're like titanium
No,
or something.
no.
Just wooden sticks.
That would be so anticlimactic.
Oh! and she breaks her knee.
Yeah, so you
yeah.
do that, and or not Red Arsenal, but Sledgehammer kind of turns and looks and he says, "What? What is his deal?
I don't know.
He's dancing with a woman that's dancing with somebody else too. So
Maybe he's just a jealous. I haven't known him that long.
I mean, he kind of looks down at himself for a second. I mean, I am kind of impressive.
You are, for sure. Let's just go get some punch.
All right,
We can
fair enough.
continue this later.
Fair enough.
Red Arsenal's gonna put his bow back. And
Yeah,
keep
I mean, at
dancing
that
with Constance
point-
and Connie.
Yeah, at that point, Connie's like, "What was that all about?"
Just keeping things PG.
And so she like turns and looks a second, and she says, "I think they still have their clothes on."
That's quite all right.
Red Arsenal is the Comics Code Authority.
Yes.
That's what she should have put on
I
his
should have
chest.
thought of that. I
Yeah.
should have thought of that.
God.
Metagaming at its finest.
I know that would have been perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so at that point, obviously, the next song plays. It is Salt and Pepper's "Shoop, Shoop, Shoop, Ba-Doop, Shoop, Ba-Doop." So more dancing, whatnot going on. Sledge gets you a drink. And Shelly, are you back with us at this point?
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
You missed our fun scene.
Oh no, I was here for it.
Okay.
I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to interrupt.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't doing it, then you would have. So
There's other corners.
there's
many
other corners.
How many corners are in this road, Jerome?
I mean, at least 4.
4? Okay. You guys should have put
At
an
least.
illusion. You should have put an illusion up in the corner that there was nobody there.
She would have just teleported herself over to him, grabbed him, and teleported him to like Iceland, and then came back.
Oh,
Some peak of the highest mountain
Yeah.
in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden he's like standing there next to some Buddhist monk who's like, "Oh!"
So
like Tibet
Yeah.
somewhere.
So, okay. Well, at that point, again, the song goes through, everybody's playing. Now, it is, at this point, Hyperion, at this point, Helios says, we are now taking a brief intermission from the music for a studio announcement. Please take it away, Hyperion.
Yeah, so Hyperion is like, I'll be right back. Says that to Bitter Shadow, and then
Okay.
turns and walks over to where Sledgehammer is.
As you walk away, you feel a pinch on your butt.
He doesn't like turn around or anything, but his head cocks a little bit. He's like, interesting. And then he
Very interesting.
tries to keep his cool as he's then just like continuing on.
Okay.
Like,
Did I
straight
see
into
that?
his suit.
Oh, jeez.
Roll your
Yeah,
intuition.
it-
I wasn't aware the fun police was keeping an eye on
All three
Hyperion
of
as
them.
well. Okay.
All three of them.
All right.
How many eyes does he have?
Just two.
He has two.
He's going to be down one soon.
Red Arsenal, what do your elf eyes see?
Another 96. He saw exactly how
Okay.
much he pinched.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Red Arsenal saw that as well.
Okay.
Like he didn't bother to
Change his
dance
name to
well,
Eagle
but-
Eyes.
Right.
There's an intermission going on. Okay.
He's not watching me because he wouldn't know if I was doing anything weird because
Yeah.
it's
you're
all weird.
Red Arsenal is planning. He is again taking out his bow.
Yeah, so Hyperion goes ahead and walks over to Sledgehammer, and he's like, Sledgehammer, I wanted to take this moment to actually first thank you for everything that you've done, not just in Fairside, but in Strongford as well. You and the Legacy have fought side by side multiple times, and every time, it's been a success. There may have been challenges along the way. However, it has always led to victory and justice, especially for those we aim to protect, the civilians of Strongford and beyond. All of us, a part of the Legacy, have made a vote, and that vote was unanimous. We'd like to offer you our official friendship. Being a friend of the Legacy would mean we would be in contact with you and you with us. If we were to ask for your help, you would give it. And likewise, if you ever needed us to assist with anything you needed, we're only a call away. And he pulls out a comm link and hands it over to Sledgehammer.
And so
With our powers combined.
he kind of takes a moment and looks at that and he says, "Oh, I totally didn't expect it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that."
Of course. I'll let Lightbringer show you how to actually use that communicator. It's relatively simple.
Okay, yeah. I'm don't know if we need to do that like right this minute, but sure, cool. I appreciate it. So he sticks out his hand.
Goes ahead and shakes it.
Okay.
And he looks around. How's everybody enjoying the evening?
You can just see Red Arsenal lining up a shot.
Who are you focused on?
Bitter Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity after the announcement to just kiss him on the cheek and congratulations.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh,
Yeah,
Are you firing on Bitter Shadow?
Not at her to hurt her or anything,
but yes,
but yes.
Okay,
I'm
go
curious.
go ahead and roll your roll to shoot again at this point.
Yeah.
And you are testing her reformed ways.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Slash roll.
I would say people should leave their weapons at the door, but a lot of us can't take off our weapons, so
Right.
Because you are a
wouldn't
Oh.
really
Exactly.
wouldn't really be that effective.
Oh, bullseye. Okay.
Yellow feet.
Okay. So he lines up it. So, I mean, you turn around Hyperion at this point, you see for some reason, Red Arsenal is firing on, Bitter Shadow with an arrow. At this point, Constant Connie is like ducking out of the way. This is the second shot she's seen him
I see
take, and
this
she
happen.
wants no part of it. What Red Arsenal forgets is you're in Bitter Shadow's element.
Oh
Because
yeah.
there's shadows everywhere.
Because there's shadows everywhere. So the arrow goes flying, you lose track of the arrow, and the next thing you see is the arrow coming right back at you. Go ahead and roll your agility to dodge.
Oh boy.
Nope.
How did you shoot yourself with a bow and arrow?
Are they boomerang arrows?
No.
Oh,
Green feet.
Okay.
lucky.
So you like narrowly get out of the way as it flies like right over your shoulder and sticks in, ends up sticking into the wall. So Hyperion, you now have a property damage report you're going to need to file.
Oh no!
Thankfully, it's not super bad, but it's going to be awkward to explain why exactly there was an arrow in the wall.
There goes our deposit.
I walk up to Red Arsenal
Mhm.
and I say, "Might I see your bow?
No, and he's gonna put it
I
back.
promise I will not damage it."
Mhm. I see you.
I'm just gonna break it in half.
Yeah,
I will not. I give you my word. I will not damage it.
Mhm.
But you must relinquish it, otherwise you will leave at this point in time because this is not appropriate.
We're gonna tell Dad.
Oh. Red Arsenal walks away.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Pretty sure
I-
Dad would approve of
I
canoodling at the party.
freeze it. I don't encase it in ice, but I make it very
Well,
cold.
you'd have to actually do that then. You'd have to basically.
It's like a light encasement then,
Yeah. Okay.
as small as I can.
So go ahead and roll your agility then.
Okay. Bizarre.
Can you hear me typing?
I
Green.
can't right now. No.
I mean, not like.
Gringo.
Okay, so you didn't notice.
Gring gring.
Okay. Green result. All right. So give me a roll your power real quick.
Green.
Okay, green feet, no problem. Okay, so, so you end up feeling your back get super heavy,
Mhm.
by comparison, anyways, as you now have a block of ice on your back.
He's gonna turn around. He's gonna walk back to Ixion.
right.
It is immobilized.
Can you please unfreeze my bow?
If necessary. Do you promise to not use it anymore?
I promise.
Show me your hands.
He's all,
He's all, oh.
the next time, it might be a larger block of ice. And I dissipate it.
Red Arsenal's gonna go sulk in a corner.
Okay. And
He
so,
was fun at the parties.
and so,
Then my big brother, he throws my bow.
and so Megalith at this point looks at Shone and he's like, is he pouting?
He's gonna kick a balloon.
I think so. I'm not
I
sure why he's shooting arrows at people, but I think I'm kind of glad he didn't shoot one at us.
Well, he's like, I know I'm new to the whole superhero convention sort of thing, but I didn't know pouting was on the docket.
Neither did I.
Okay. Not
He's new. This is his first day.
Literally.
fair enough. Fair enough. Whatever. And so, at this point, let's see. So now, Helios is going to play something different, and he's going to spin, provided the announcement time is done.
Yep.
He's going to spin another song, and it comes up at this point, Killing in the Name of... Rage Against the Machine.
Sean's gonna be headbanging.
Tell me, George, you've heard that one, right?
What was it again?
Rage
Killing in
Against the
the Name
Machine,
of?
Killing in the Name of.
I'm not sure I know this one.
I know the band, but I've not heard of that song. I don't think.
Ah!
It's a
That's a good
headbanger
one.
song.
Yeah, I didn't get to listen to like metal music or rock music until like I was in middle school.
You know you're well out of middle school right now, right?
What?
I think you need to,
Okay.
send him. You need to send him the playlist.
I still have to check it. I still have to check in with my mom every night.
Oh no.
Wow. All right. Well, at this point, so again, it's at this point the music is loud and thumping, and is clearly more rock metal based. And Helios's smiley face is projected to the wall at this point is just going. But of course, we don't really have true 3D graphics right now in 1994, so it's pixels, making it look like it's kind of headbanging.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sean will be teaching Megalith how to headbang.
Okay, he's like, yeah, I got that one. We had that where I'm from.
Oh, good. We didn't. This is new for me, but I enjoy it.
Okay, so. So yeah, at this point, Meredith partakes of a pretty big helping of punch.
Oh no.
Do they have cocktail weenies, Jerome?
Yes.
I mean, we also have submarine sandwiches.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, he.
I don't know why I
Pulsar's,
said submarine. That's weird.
yeah, no, Pulsar's eaten some of those. He's kind of. He has not been dancing at all. He doesn't know anybody to dance with, and he's just like, all right, I'm gonna keep eating.
Okay, just kind of keeping to himself in the corner.
Yeah.
So, oh, go ahead.
I know. I was gonna say he's a wallflower, just like real George.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
on an awe. I don't know how to dance. I'm not gonna let people laugh.
but you're not going to get out there and do the sprinkler? You're not going to roll the dice?
I know. I can visualize them, but I've never done those before.
Okay.
so Lightbringer's gonna help Sledge figure out his communicator.
Okay. So
And
at
then
that
maybe
point,
he'll have a-
Constant Connie
Yeah, with the-
recalls her other duplicate. Because Red Arsenal is shooting people and sulking and whatnot. So no need to dance with him.
Right.
So Miracle Maiden walks up to Pulsar.
Uh-oh.
As as the next slow song hits, and it is Queensryche Silent Lucidity. Let me guess. Didn't hear that one either?
I
No.
don't know
Okay.
that one.
Man. I'm going to drop the playlist then in the chat
Yeah, you should.
and go look it up
Totally.
when you have time.
But I have homework.
Yes.
You have homework. And so Miracle Maiden approaches Pulsar at this point and she says, would you care to dance?
I've never danced before. I don't know. Have you seen these sandwiches? They're pretty good.
She says, I have, but you seem more afraid of dancing than you were taking on that giant metal robot. So
Is that weird?
yes, that is very weird.
Fine. All right.
Go ahead and give me a reason check.
Oh,
I'm just waiting for this to break out into a musical. Then it'll be a
boy.
perfect night.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I'll try rolling this, and if I have a backup if it goes badly.
Okay.
So roll reason.
Yep. Down 2 column shifts.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, so if it's a good, it goes down to a poor.
Correct.
No.
Oh boy.
Why have you forsaken?
Look
No.
at that.
Oh my god.
What?
Woohoo!
Wow.
This makes no sense. There's no way he was dancing where he was from.
But you've been watching a lot of people dance, so you're just kind of picking up what everyone's putting down.
I saw a lot of thumbs and ears. I saw a lot of arrows being shot.
No, you just
I
saw
mean-
hands on the face. You did
Yeah,
not
and
see
her-
the manipulation of my body.
Sorry,
Carmen
I-
is a science nerd, so we should have had her roll. But I mean, she's with her boyfriend, so doesn't
Oh.
really matter what their dancing looks like, I guess.
Right. So, Pulsar, at this point, you've seen enough of the slow movement. Obviously, it's not super difficult. You just kind of put an arm on her or put a hand, at her side sort of thing, and kind of slowly pace back and forth sort of thing. And you're picking up on it exceptionally well. So much so that a car passed by at a high rate.
Yeah.
That was the sound of his excuses.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Racing out of the room. And so
Come back, I need you.
Miracle Maiden at this point says, "See, look, you're able to do it."
I'm just as shocked as you are, I guess. She still have this big dumb mono eye. Yeah.
She says, "If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?"
25.
And you've never been dancing before?
I didn't have much of a childhood where dancing was a thing.
I see. Okay, well, fair enough. I will withhold. I will withhold picking on you for your hesitancy.
Wait, you were picking on me?
No, I wasn't picking on you. I was warning you ahead of time that I was going to pick on you if you were poor at this.
Oh,
But you're not. You're doing really well.
thank you for the compliment and not picking on me.
She says, "You're not good in social situations, are you?"
Yeah, no. We'll round back to I didn't really have a very good childhood, I should say.
I see. Fair enough. I sometimes take it for granted that some people have had a relatively normal lifestyle growing up. I suppose that's not really much of a thing anymore.
It's yeah. It also doesn't help. I don't really. Most of these people are strangers. I mean, I don't really know you that well. I don't even know if I spoke to you the other day.
You did. I think the comment you said was "look out."
Does that count? I guess it does.
In the technical sense, yes, it does, because I looked out and I dodged.
Well, I'm glad for that. What do people talk about while they dance?
She says, "Whatever you would like to talk about."
No,
Would you be more comfortable with sports scores?
I don't watch any sports.
Yeah, you didn't have that either. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So then what do you have? Any hobbies, any likes, favorite music? You know what music is, right?
I
How
how do you feel about flying?
She says, it's my favorite mode of transportation.
And he'll go, same. And then he'll kind of start to lift her up. I'll use true flight in order to
Okay.
take our dance to the air.
She says, okay, there you go. That's a good way to try and impress a girl. A good second stage. You say you can't dance. You're doing fairly well. And then you're trying to be charming by taking it up to the next, she looks down, level.
I am just trying to find something to talk about. Sorry.
She says, you're doing fine.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it, the dancing. I'm sure you probably could have picked somebody who would be a better conversationalist, but
It's his first date too.
it's his first dance.
He's dancing.
Did somebody pin a corsage on me when I came in? I don't even have fancy clothes, so I'm just in my suit. Like,
Mhm. Okay, so you are floating at this point and sort of just kind of slowly rotating to the song.
yeah, trying to not look too weird,
Sure.
but I'm floating.
The next song up is actually Def Leppard, Two Steps Behind. So it's another slow dance type of song. And Hyperion, so Bitter Shadow is like, so interesting playlist. Did you curate this or did your VI do this?
Helios actually did this himself. I'm surprised it's turning out as well as it is, all things considered.
She says, well, yeah, it looks like we only had one individual who was trying to be homicidal. So that's usually a good sign, I think.
I do apologize for that. I need to speak to Red Arsenal to see why he even did that, but I'm glad you weren't hurt.
Oh, I would have been fine either way. He kind of gave himself away when he shot the first time.
Fair point.
She says, but don't be too hard on him. He's probably just being super protective. Didn't he mention something to the effect of not having a real family originally?
He did. I just didn't realize he would then use that type of violence to enforce his chaperoning duties.
He's
But-
probably just being too obsessive.
Probably right. Did you have any siblings when you were growing up?
No, of course not.
You say that as if that's a bad thing, that you would have hated the experience.
She says, I've been in and out of most maximum penitentiaries here in the United States and one or two in Europe. She says, I can't imagine what another sibling of mine would have been like.
I see. So, tell me, how does one such as yourself get involved with the Blood League? You were a scientist, and you even discovered this shadow realm that you're connected to. Why would you then go to supervillainy?
It pays better.
So that's it, just the motive for increased wealth.
That's what it was originally. Yes. I mean, greed is a powerful motivator. Greed is good. She shrugs, quoting the movie.
Right.
She says, but after I got a chance to meet the Baroness Virgo, she was very convincing that those with strength should have and those without should not.
Do you still think that way?
I'm inclined to believe that.
I
There's
see.
there's certainly elements about it that ring true. I mean, look at New Prussia, for example.
Yes, true. That entire nation is doing extremely well for itself, given its extremely young age. But to what end, I wonder? In a way that is an unfortunate degree of segregating the masses, the genetically typical with the superpowered.
And she says, well, I mean, that's true, but then you have Senia, who have their own, essentially might is right mentality. It's more political, obviously, but they put themselves in a quite the advantageous position. Then you look at Russia and China, for example. They're essentially right by numbers, and and that strength is what enforces whatever it is that they're wanting. Again, a sort of a political motif. I don't care for the dishonesty. The United States has become a place where they can state one thing and do another, and everybody still pats them on the back because they're the red, white, and blue.
Yes, I know what you mean. There is, of course, a fair degree of hypocrisy where that's concerned. It would be nice if we could somehow sway the people and sway our government to not act in that way, but it's a difficult proposition.
I mean, she shrugs again and she says, I mean, I get it. It all comes down to might makes right. As simplistic as that is said, or that is ultimately what the Baroness Virgo preaches, and that's why she has the followers that she does. I may not completely agree with it anymore, but I can't fault her for her viewpoints.
For the viewpoints, of course, but I see when people act on viewpoints that are misguided, it just leads to destruction, chaos, generating enemies rather than making friends. It seems just irrational, even on an emotional level.
Irrational when you don't have the power. And that is why I think the United States is responding the way that they are, as well as their allies. They don't have that power anymore. It's one thing to ignore Senia and to downplay it, because not everybody in the world needs that super alloy that they produce. Everyone's day-to-day is not going to be affected by that particular alloy. It doesn't feed you. It doesn't put gasoline in your car. It's certainly not something that's going to affect your bottom dollar necessarily. But it's another thing altogether when somebody is born or somebody is transformed into this. Suddenly they now have the ability to affect that change. It's a lot like somebody on a lower scale who has access to a bunch of guns.
The balance of power shifts and they take the opportunity. Well, understandable. At the same time, I believe that's why individuals like ourselves, the legacy, are more necessary than ever. Because, in my view, even though might makes things happen, I don't necessarily consider it right. I think those who have lesser power deserve to be defended against those who have all of the power.
She says, really though?
You doubt that I have that conviction?
No, I don't doubt that you have that conviction. It's what makes you so cute. She says, but is it the right conviction? look at how powerful it is when you ignore those who just can't do the right thing, even when it's right in their face. How many people in this world just won't stop to help somebody across the street? How many people in this world, especially, turned their eyes or turned their faces when your little group acted in Argentina? We're not that far removed from the World War II. You would think people would still, they would think something, very drastic towards the Nazis. But a lot of people, especially here in the United States, United Kingdom, they couldn't be bothered. It was some other far off land.
That is true. Human psychology at some points has been baffling, but I understand it's more difficult to relate when something is far or different, when something isn't happening near you or affecting you directly or those you care about. It's easy to ignore. That's why I try not to ignore anything. I know it's not an easy path to take, obviously, but as far as wealth is concerned, I've been able to acquire wealth without doing terrible things. I've been able to make friends without doing terrible things. And I enjoy when I'm able to protect human life. It's as if I act like someone is watching. And if someone is watching, I would rather be the hero than the villain.
He's like, oh, don't tell me you're programmed for religiosity now, are you?
No, on the contrary. Honestly, religion is somewhat difficult for me to grasp as well, but I understand people seem to need something greater sometimes in order to make sense of their lives. But
roll your popularity.
Okay. Let's see, 40. Green feet.
3 feet, okay. She says, so you're all for the cause then, correct? Is that what I'm picking up? Kind of the not necessarily the red, white, and blue, but that sort of idea. Mom and pop, home cooked apple pie.
Perhaps. It doesn't need to be traditional per se, but it needs to be real. People need to care. And I'm hoping that our example helps people to do that.
That's surprising. Coming from, he's never tasted apple pie. I have no idea. She says that is very surprising coming from an artificial life form. She kind of takes a moment and kind of looks you over side to side, more like inspecting sort of thing. And she says, I have to give it to your father. That is pretty impressive. You had a mother, though, too, correct? There was like a duo involved there? Or was it a whole team?
In a way, it was both. My development and creation was held primarily by Dr. Alice Rostenkowski, my mother, and
I've
Electrum.
heard of her. Wow. Okay. Wait, is she that whore helping out Senia?
Why would you call her that?
Because her technology has led to some of their greatest, or her scientific skills led to some of their greatest achievements now in that country, keeping deviants enslaved.
We've come upon information that shows that she's likely being forced to do that for them. Her death was faked, and she was taken by force to that country.
Okay, well, sweetie, don't get your hopes up.
You know differently.
Well, think about it. If you want to get somebody out, sure, fake their death. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't there willingly. I just don't want to see you, especially who your father is, get your hopes up and hero worship somebody from afar and it turn out to be not what you think it is.
I see.
I can't say I know her. I don't want to go either way. I don't know if you've ever experienced having your hopes utterly crushed yet. Let's put it that way.
I suppose I haven't. I take it you have.
She says, I lead a life of crime for a reason. There's only so many times you can get promised something's going to happen and something's going to change. And when you have the ability to make that change happen, you just take it.
Might makes right. I see. Well, thank you for the warning, at least. I hadn't considered that, obviously, but I will now.
And she holds up her holds up her fingers and crosses them, and she says, "I'll keep them crossed for you." But again, a lot of what she's done on the technology side there has all resulted in significant improvements in their enslavement. So don't be surprised. And if you are, that's probably going to be a challenge to that belief system you've got there.
Duly noted. Well, on a lighter note, are you at least enjoying the party, other than the arrows flying at you?
She says, well, the last party I went to was in cell block C. So this rate's significantly higher and way better food.
Excellent.
She says, what was the mating whale thing? What was that all about?
That was a communication from a different species. One that's of my brother, as he looks over to Xenofreeze.
Oh, wow. That's how they communicate?
It's at least how they used to communicate, yes.
What do you mean used to?
We've heard, unfortunately, not that long ago, that a super being and his forces went to his homeworld and destroyed it, eliminating the vast majority of his race.
Wow, so he's kind of an orphan then, like your other pouting brother.
True. Unfortunately, our father didn't really stay with any of us for very long. I remember what he looked like as his persona that he showed to my mother, but, well, he took on many.
I'm not surprised. He did certainly have a body.
Yes, apparently he did. Being
Ew,
the
she's
being
been
that
with
he
her
was.
dad.
Oh my. She says, don't get me wrong. I have never been with him. I'm certain that's what you were about to come around to. No.
Right.
Baroness Virgo has. but not I.
I see. Huh. Well, I suppose it doesn't surprise me at this point. Yes, he has been promiscuous, obviously. Well then, shall we continue dancing, or would you like to do something else?
She says, "Why don't we take a break for a few minutes and I am going to get a drink."
Very well.
Bow chicka brown cow.
So he goes ahead and like escorts her over to the snack
Emotional
bar where all drinks
damage.
are and all that stuff.
Okay. All right. So then, at this point, some of the dance music starts coming back on. At this point, or danceable music, or just for ambiance. So now they start playing the Proclaimers, and I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. As people are starting to get some food and drinks and whatnot. Megalith at this point goes and he starts partaking in some of the food as well. And
Like all the subs.
what's that?
All the subs.
I mean, yeah, he has a whole
He
one
just
to
takes.
himself.
He just takes the tray.
You've got a couple people here that could probably kill several platters, just by themselves. So, yeah, there's plenty of food to go around. But yeah, he does that, and then Constant Connie actually asks him to dance after he gets done feeding.
Okay.
And so
She just watches. Yeah, she just watches.
sure. And so at that point, she Constant Connie like doubles herself to dance with them twice. Yeah, sort of thing.
She'll know
And
kind of.
she asked
her-
to use her brother's bow.
Yeah. No, Sean's gonna make her way over to the Poutine one.
To Red Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then he froze my bow, and then just being a big brother, but he's still mean to me. And
Dude,
hey, Sean, what are you doing? Oh, she's dancing with Meathead now. You want to use my bow? And he'll like take the bow out and give it to her.
I think you need to leave the bow alone.
All right, I'll put the bow back.
Because if you would have shot it at me,
Mm-hmm.
you would be somewhere else.
Okay.
That's not cool, dude.
Did you see what he was doing to Lightbringer?
God, did you see that I've been kissed too? Hello, it's okay to be kissed.
Oh, you were? Okay. Oh, I gotta get him. I gotta get him.
I wouldn't. He can hit pretty hard.
I don't care.
You know how it felt when you got smushed the last time?
Mm-hmm.
He
I-
will
I-
smoosh you worse.
I'm prepared to take that punishment.
And then once you're smushed, I am sending you to the moon.
But he'll never kiss you again. I'll make
No,
sure.
I'll be kissing him because you gave him a boo-boo.
I'm watching you.
You need to chill. We're all adults.
Did you see what Bitter Shadow did to
We
Hyperion?
are all
Did-
adults. We
But
are
did you
all
see
okay. Most of us are adults, excluding one.
who's the non-adult?
You.
I can vote.
Well, no, you don't get to vote in this.
I can vote in federal elections. What are you talking about?
Do they let elves vote in elections?
Yes.
No. Okay, we need to have a serious talk. It's okay for us to show affection to our boyfriends.
No.
Excuse me while I
Yes.
whip this
And
out.
what are you going to do if you find a lady that you like? So you're never going to hold her hand or ever kiss her?
That's different.
Explain how it's different.
It just is.
No, 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 no. Explain how it's different.
Okay, if I meet a girl that I like a lot, then yeah. But since you guys are family, I have to protect you guys.
You don't have to protect me from Megalith. He
He-
actually protects me on his own. I don't need to be protected.
Are you sure that's not what he's doing now? He's gonna like look over to
I'm not worried
Cosmic
about that.
Connie. Oh,
I'm not worried about that.
okay.
And Connie's cool anyway, so. But I like kissing my boyfriend, and I'm going to continue to kiss my boyfriend. And I'm just telling you that if an arrow comes my way,
Mhm.
to the moon.
You have to catch me first.
It won't be that hard.
To the moon, Alice.
There's no place you could hide from me. At
Let
least
the,
not on this plane.
let the best sibling win.
It'll be me.
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched.
Bog.
I would not break the eggshells just yet, kiddo. Now,
Mm-hmm.
come dance with me.
Unbreaded.
Stop your pouting. You look like an idiot.
Oh, all right. I'll go dance with Sean.
Okay. All right. So, did anybody have anything else that they were going to do during the party outside of the countdown?
Nope.
Nope.
When it hits midnight, she will be kissing her boyfriend.
When it's midnight, I will be looking over at Ixion to see if he's watching me.
Oh God.
Awkward. Carmen doesn't mind like dancing with other people as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Pulsar will continue to dance with Miracle Maiden until she
Oh
wants to do anything else, and then he'll just go back to being a wallflower.
Okay.
yeah, Carmen would totally see him dancing in the air, and she would try and copy that.
Okay.
It's a new fad.
Oh, you know what? My
Air
skirt
dancing.
might be a little weird. Let's maybe not do that.
Maybe not as high.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Just a couple inches off the ground or
Yeah,
something.
don't
I mean,
go,
like,
don't go above anybody's
Maybe like
waist.
a couple of feet.
Okay.
Oh, it's like that Casper the Ghost movie with Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Do they do that? I haven't seen that in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Casper becomes a real boy for like a night, so he can dance with her, and they're like floating like a few feet above the ground.
Yeah,
It was a sad movie.
like that.
Okay. Well,
I like Stinky.
so at that point, then countdown is going to begin. Xenofreeze will have to turn his attention, obviously, to the ice to make it go pop.
Oh yeah.
So, what is Red Arsenal going to do?
I don't know, but apparently he's a villain now.
He's in the
Oh.
corner right now doing that villain hand wash motion.
You're right. Uh-oh.
His villain name is the Little Brother.
Yes, let's go.
The fun police.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I catch them, I will tell Dad and Mom.
You're gonna be grounded.
You are so in trouble.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
Yeah.
Soap
I
poisoning.
think Red Arsenal is going to accidentally spill a drink on Megalith.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me an agility check?
Let's go.
Watch him just spill it on himself.
Great.
Whoops.
Red Arsenal has a drinking problem.
He does. Well, yeah. Oh,
He definitely has a drinking
Awesome.
problem.
Wow.
That's awesome.
White
Is that-
result.
Is that why the
That's
name of
awesome.
the? Is that why
He's
the
too busy
XP is
looking
called?
at. He's too busy looking at Xenofreeze to make sure. And Xenofreeze is like, I am not going to be a woman for you to kiss at midnight.
Is that why the system runs on karma?
Hmm.
We have a sound for that. Let me get the fail chime here.
oh no!
Failure.
Brr, 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 brr. There we go.
Emotional damage.
So he comes. So he gets a drink. Countdown's already going. 10, 9, 8, 7. So right before the countdown goes off, and Xenofreeze blows up the the ice, bidding adieu to 1994. Red Arsenal successfully dumps punch all over his outfit. Just like you accidentally
bad.
bumped into somebody as everybody starts to cheer and splish.
Is your
And
is your
Joan
outfit
wraps
red?
her arms around Megalo's neck and she gives him a big kiss.
Okay.
Red Arsenal retreats into the shadows. Over.
Please tell me you've been wearing a white suit this whole time.
Sure.
So, yes. Obviously, kisses around. There's the New Year's song, Old Acquaintance, and then
Auld Lang Syne.
There you go.
And then to wrap up the to ring in the new year is AC/DC's Thunderstruck.
Perfect.
Nice.
And that is where we're going to go ahead and stop for the evening. Then, so we got about 2 hours. We got a little over 2 hours in.
That was fun.
Our next game
That was
is
fun.
going to be the 22nd for this one. So June 22nd, and it looks like everybody is going to be back in action,
Yeah.
fighting the Recorders in 1995.
Let's go.
It's nice to have
Nice.
just a night of silliness.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And then coming up next week on Wednesday and Thursday is Cyberpunk and Street Fighter, respectively, both at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you guys all for everyone who hung out with us and watched or listened and chatted with us for a bit. Thank you again for the raid that we ended up getting. I can see Rolling Nomads is still in there, so much appreciated. And then again on the 21st and 22nd. So 21st is our vampire game, and then at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then this game will be kicking back off on the 22nd of June at 6 p.m. on a Saturday. So thank you again, guys. Everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.